Thank you. As we've been telling you, a special session on crime is underway right now in Baton Rouge as lawmakers are hoping to tackle this issue across the state.
Yeah, and according to the Metropolitan Crime Commission, violent crime in Orleans Parish is down compared to this time last year, but there is still much more work to be done. Governor Jeff Landry says tackling crime is his #1 priority.
WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor is in Baton Rouge as lawmakers gavelled in with a lot on the table in the coming weeks.
Yeah, Governor Jeff Landry says tackling violent crime is his #1 priority and talked about Linda Fricke's case. As you may recall, she was violently carjacked in Mid-City back in 2022. Today, Governor Landry said criminal justice reform is supposed to be about preventing people from going into jail. It's a reason why a lot of these proposals are aimed at chipping away from criminal justice reform bills recently put into place or previously put into place by Governor John Bel Edwards. Now, some big items that'll be up: whether to restrict or repeal good time for inmates at state prisons, along with enhancing penalties for people arrested and convicted of carjackings. Another big item: the governor and other leaders have confirmed a permanent state trooper presence in New Orleans. Lawmakers will need to find ways to pay for it starting this week. Now, as we know, New Orleans and Baton Rouge have some of the highest crime rates in the country. Governor Landry says these bills are all about giving justice to families of victims of violent crime.
I have heard their pleas. I have felt their frustration. I have seen their sorrow, and I have watched as they have wept and prayed for relief from the palpable pain that crime has brought to their neighborhoods.
Well, I agree with the fact that there's something that we need to do about crime in the state of Louisiana. I understand Governor Landry made a promise when he was campaigning for governor that he would have a crime session. We also need to agree that crime is on the trend downward, not just in Louisiana, but specifically in New Orleans and across the country. I do not agree with the policies that are being proposed to deal with crime.
That was just Senator Royce Duplessis. He is one of many Democrats who feel like these bills are way too strict. Now, first was the gaveling in and the introduction of several bills. Tomorrow, hearings will begin, and of course, we'll be here to provide you with that coverage. Reporting from Baton Rouge, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
An 18-year-old